Um, we back. We are back. What is good, folks? I am Kenny T, aka KO Kenny. You already know. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for showing me love and support. You already know. This is No Cap Boxing. It's Wednesday. No Cap, where we here to talk smack, keep it all factual. Let's do it. We got a lot for today. We gonna start. We gonna get right into it. And we gonna get started off with Wood versus Conlan. The fight that I doubted. If you watched my stream last week, I doubted this fight, man. I was saying that I wasn't excited for this fight. I didn't even do the tail of the tape at the end. I didn't call it out. I didn't say anything. Hey, listen, sometimes things come back to bite you. And that one bit me, but it's okay. I'm glad that it bit me because, like I said on Mano a Mano on Monday, when things come out wrong, when I like guess something, not guess something, but make my guesstimate, my calculated guess, and it comes out wrong, that means that something amazing happened. So for me, it excites me. It makes me happy because it means we got to see something amazing. And we did get to see something amazing this past weekend with Wood versus Conlan. That was a hell of a fight. A lot of back and forth action. Excuse me. Ooh, Wood was catching the beats in the beginning. Conlan was convincingly winning the fight in the first half. Conlan knocked Wood down. But Wood stayed true to his game plan. His game plan, which was hit the body. Continue getting these monstrous, powerful shots to the body. And he did that. He started beating him up to the body, which the punches took effect later on in the fight. As the fight went on, man, Wood just started looking more energized and letting the punches go. He got a knockdown later on in the fight, and that's when the tides turned. It was like round 7, 8, 9. I don't remember. I don't have the exact rounds for you. But if you saw the fight, which at this point you have to have seen, it is Wednesday. After that knockout, the tides turned. After that, knockdown. After that knockdown that Wood delivered in the later rounds, the tides turned because you could tell he was tired, he was buzzed. He was trying to still be defensive and offensive because after that knockdown, the fight was very, very close. So he couldn't just lean back and get on the bicycle. He had to get up in there, get active and fight. And unfortunately, getting up in there, getting active and fighting for Conlan caused him to get knocked out. Yo, what's good, haplotype? You already know we back for No Cap. But yeah, man, look. Unfortunately, Conlan took a very brutal knockout. People calling that knockout of the year. People calling this fight of the year. Look. I have no argument to that because up to this point, that probably is knockout of the year and fight of the year. Lot of action, hell of a story, back and forth. Either a fighter could have won. At any point, you was calling the fight for either fighter, like, oh, this guy's winning now. Oh, no, this guy's winning now. Oh, no, that guy's winning now. And the fight ended with a brutal knockout that sent Conlan through the ropes, unfortunately. I'm glad he came out good, healthy, and safe after all his medical checkups and evaluations. That could have been a very negative situation. But Conlan, he's good, healthy, and he asked for a rematch. Should there be a rematch? I'm going to say hell yeah. The first fight was so exciting. The second fight has to be just as exciting or more exciting, especially since these fighters know more about each other. Especially since we know more about these fighters and fighting each other. There's going to be that much more hype. If there was a rematch, it would sell that much more. And it would, this fight definitely had an indefinite winner. But you could say it went back and forth for a large part of the fight. So look, who would not like to see it again? Like AJ tried to say when he was rhyming. It was so nice. Why not do it twice? Or something like that, he said. Whatever. But, yo, I would definitely be down for this fight to happen once again. But enough about that. That brings me to my next topic, which is boxer safety measures. So, us seeing Conlan get knocked out of the ring and getting hurt that way caused me and Maestro to have a conversation this past Monday on Mano a Mano Live, which happens at 5:30 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday. So the conversation we had there, we spoke about boxer safety measures and how he was knocked out the ring, and that shouldn't be a possibility of him getting knocked out the ring. And if he does get knocked out the ring, the situation should be different. What's good? How's it going, Eileen? Cooling. If someone does get knocked out, well, there should be safety measures to prevent people from getting knocked out the ring. And then if people get knocked out the ring, there should be other safety measures to prevent them from hitting the floor or the concrete too hard. First safety measure that we spoke about was adding some type of wire mesh netting. Some type of wire mesh netting. Doesn't have to be too big so it doesn't block the visuals from the people watching the fight ringside. Just wide enough mesh to stop the body from flying through the ring. So something like that could definitely help with fighters falling out of the ring. I think that's a good idea. Only having openings for fighters to get inside the ring through the corners where the fighters' corners go in with the chairs and, you know, the cuts, the icing and all that stuff, the cut man, the icing, all that stuff, and the coach. So yeah, that could be one. And the second one could be a whole lot of memory foam padding surrounding the ring, which if fighters got knocked out of the ring, you know, and they were to fall head first like Conlan did, the memory foam would be able to take all of the impact. It would be able to absorb all of the impact that is caused or would be caused by the man falling head first. I mean, you know, injuries can still happen, but it would prevent head injuries, head trauma, you know, blunt force trauma to the floor. And then Maestro discussed the last one, which is why not have the fans all the way to the bottom of the ring like they do in Japan, have the seats. Therefore, if the fighters were to get knocked out of the ring, there'd be somebody there to grab the fighters. That could be a good situation, but something needs to happen in boxing for boxer safety. We've seen what happened with Bernard Hopkins when he got knocked out the ring. We've seen it again this past weekend with Conlan. We've seen fighters get knocked out the ring plenty of times. What's good, Pilgrim Ayana? How's it going? I'm cool and can't complain. But, something has to be done in the sport of boxing for these boxers and their safety. They have to be all right. They entertain us. Why not keep them safe as they entertain us? Haplotype says, best way of not getting knocked out of the ring, defense, and don't rest on the ropes like that. Hey, look, I agree. But at the end of the day, there has to be something that protects these boxers past their own abilities. I think there has to be some type of safety measures that is taken in boxing. It's just, you know, besides them being more defensive and not staying along the ropes. What's good? Salute G Funky, HCP in the building. Only people that should be ringside is judges, cornermen, doctors, and paramedics. I mean, that's a possibility too. So that opens the conversation for the other two solutions, which is some type of wire mesh netting, a wide wire mesh netting, so it doesn't corrupt visuals from the fans, but enough to stop body parts, aka the upper body legs or whatever, from flying through the middle or the under the ropes, and then some memory foam padding along the sides of the rings to stop all impact. So, all right, let's keep it moving forward. Hopefully, something happens in boxing. I don't see anything happening, though, because the way they like to operate in boxing is on some, if it's not broke, why fix it type shit. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, moving on to the next topic, we got Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, who was talking a whole lot of shit in a lot of interviews. We had Shakur versus everybody this past Monday, but I just want to touch up on this and say the things that he was saying this past Monday. Jesus Madero, Jesus, that's my guy. G, what's good, brother? How's it going? He says, yo, what's good, Kenyando? I agree. They need to protect these dudes. It's not like they get medical insurance. Yeah, for sure. They get paid big dollars, but look, big dollars get wasted very, very quickly with hospital bills. G Funky says, too many times we fighters get KO'd viciously and doctors can't get to the fighter because fans are in the way. Hey, that's facts too. That is facts too. I agree. Have doctors very available. Have padding so fans aren't obstructing the way to the ring for doctors. It makes sense. It makes sense. There's multiple ways that things can happen. But yeah, Shakur Stevenson versus everybody talking hella smack. He was saying that Floyd, that he beat Floyd in his prime. I don't know if I believe that. Look, Shakur Stevenson is very good. Floyd Mayweather is also very good. But sparring is sparring. Yes, he could have, beat him in sparring in his prime, whatever. But I don't know if sparring really means anything. Sparring people used to train what they have been learning in practice, in training camps, to try to implement those skills and abilities. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Sparring doesn't mean much. But he said he should be Floyd Mayweather, whatever. Mayweather didn't come back and say anything. Could be true, whatever. And he says he's going to beat Valdez easy. Says that he would beat Canelo. How could he not beat Valdez? Says that Canelo went down to his weight class. Yo, look. He's talking a hell of a lot of shit, but I have to say the guy is skilled. I love the confidence. Keep that shit going. Just make sure that if you're going to talk shit, you don't end up being like Chris Primetime Colbert, who got beat up viciously and then was running towards the end of the rounds. And Shakur Stevenson was talking shit about Chris Colbert. So look, learn vicariously through Chris Colbert's lessons and do not repeat those actions. If you're going to be talking shit, make sure you go in there and you perform and you look amazing and that you don't end up running at the end of any fight or at any point in any fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We got so much stuff to talk about. Blaire Cobbs. Talking smack. Talking hella smack. He's about to fight Alex Rocha this weekend. Came out, had an interview talking super smack. But matter of fact, I have to show something. I gotta show something before we even go to Blaire Cobbs. I gotta show something. Gotta share this real quick.
And we kind of talked about this before from a goal standpoint. Like, do you want to be a multi-division champion? Do you want to be unified or undisputed? Where's the goal? What are you looking at?
Well, definitely, if the probability of it happening is probably really low, but like I said, the goal is for everything. So if I can get undisputed at 147, 154, 160, I'm going to take the opportunity, and I'm going to try my best to make it happen. That's unheard of. So
yeah,
I want to do it.
Absolutely. Hey, I like it. And let me tell you something, the way your career is going right now,
We need to keep it safe from all these copyright infringement bullshits that they be doing. But yo, look, what was said right there, that man is legendary. That is factual. Only man I ever heard that wants to become undisputed at multiple weight classes. He ain't never seen it done before, never heard nobody talk about it. Boom. The kid is full of confidence, and that's great. He's definitely playing head games with Valdez. Yeah, man. Stevenson, I love that energy. Just please don't do that coming up short Colbert shit. Please don't, because then people gonna trash you for the rest of your life. Now, before I go into the Blaire Cobbs and all his trash talk, There's a sequence to my madness. There's a sequence to my madness. Before I go into that, I'm going to go into Vergil Ortiz and the current news that happened with Vergil Ortiz. So the Vergil Ortiz and McKinson fight that was supposed to happen this weekend is no longer happening. People were saying, oh, yo, people are haters, man, because people wait for any opportunity. On Twitter, what's good, West Coast Boxing, salute. On Twitter, man, I was reading people when it came out that Vergil Ortiz was not going to be fighting McKinson this weekend. I read people saying, oh, he couldn't make weight. You see, your favorite fighter couldn't make weight. Oh, and y'all thought he was that great, man. See, I was telling you, and look at that. So quick to react and talk shit. And Vergil Ortiz is actually sick with some serious shit. People eating their words right now. So Vergil Ortiz is sick with, let me put the definition. For those people that was out here talking smack about Vergil Ortiz couldn't make weight and all this other nonsense, I hope y'all out here apologizing and taking all that trash back. I hope so, because that shit ain't cool. Wait till you get the news and then talk smack. You know, keep it factual like we do here in No Cap. But yeah, I hope Vergil Ortiz gets better sooner than later. Maybe he's been overtraining or I don't know what, but that injury sounds serious. Muscle deterioration that it breaks down into the blood flow, and the kidneys have trouble breaking down the blood flow and extracting urine, and it can lead to death. That is some serious shit. So I hope all y'all taking it serious and apologizing out there. West Coast Boxing says, well, it at least saves McKinnon from a KO loss for the meantime. And Haplo says, people are disappointed that the fight is canceled, bro. That's what it is. People are disappointed. It is what it is. Hopefully, instead of being disappointed about the fight not happening, people should be, not happy that the guy is unhealthy, that the guy is sick, and wishing for him to get better in health. My thought is that let him get better as soon as possible and take his time getting better. For McKinson, I hope that they have another fighter lined up for him. If not, look, upgrade Blaire Cobbs to fight McKinson and find another opponent for Alex Rocha. Blaire Cobbs is a good left-handed boxer that, people don't really believe in because he acts like a fucking clown. He be acting like a wrestler out there, talking about, woo! Like, come on, my guy, stop playing. All right, but yeah, Blaire Cobbs, in his media training videos and everywhere has just been talking smack, has been making video clips, acting like a wrestler out there, bro. This guy is feeling himself. So he was talking smack to upgrade him to the McKinson fight. He put out this little clip out there. Yo, look, I agree with that. It's I think the McKinson fight is more challenging. Maestro A, what's good, my guy? Thank you for joining me, bro. West Coast Boxing, no refund because the undercard's still happening. Nah, there ain't gonna be no refund. They need to find a replacement. They should, like I said, they should upgrade Blaire Cobbs to the main event with McKinson and put somebody else to fight Alex Rocha. They shouldn't cancel the events this weekend. It is what it is. Haplotype, we were all looking forward to Ortiz getting past pillow-fisted McKinson so we could get a real fight next. I mean, yeah, they said that whoever had won that fight was potentially going to get a fight against Crawford. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. At this point, I don't know if that's going to be the case because Terrence Crawford, if they upgrade Blaire Cobbs, right? Terrence Crawford versus Blaire Cobbs, or Terrence Crawford versus McKinson. Do you want to see that? Because I don't want to see that. That doesn't prove anything to me about Terrence Crawford. Blaire Cobbs says Canelo was on his undercard. Bro, Blaire Cobbs is a joke. Blaire Cobbs loves talking smack. This guy, that's why people don't respect him. But you know what? I have seen him show some decent boxing skill. And it is what it is. But yeah, man. He said he was talking shit out here said that Errol Spence is cursed and he wants a Crawford fight next, which to me is super funny. Errol Spence reacted to this, and Errol Spence smoked him. Errol Spence smoked him. Look what. And bro, when I read that tweet, I was dying laughing. I read it like 10 times, so it ain't funny to me no more. But that's a hell of a fucking response, bro. He crushed him. He crushed him. He blazed him. Blazed him. And the guy really does act like a clownish wrestler. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But I do think that the guy has some fighting skill. He is a left-handed fighter, and I do think he should be upgraded to the McKinson fight. I would like to see that. You know, Blaire Cobbs talks a lot of shit, and I've seen him have some skill. I've seen a lot of the guy's training videos, and I've seen him have some skill. I just haven't seen that skill against anybody of skill on the opposite side. So we got to see something, you know? We have to see something. We have to see something. Next, I'm going to lead y'all into the Showtime boxing schedule. The Showtime boxing schedule. Haplotype says, who talks more, Cobbs or Riley? Bro, 100% Riley. Riley talks way more than Cobbs. Riley's in the camera way more than Cobbs, but when Cobbs gets on that camera, he be on his wrestler stupid shit. And you know what? Riley actually be saying some facts in between the trash that he be talking. You know, he praises the right people. He has an idea. The guy has a boxing mind. He just can't box as well as he talks. It just is what it is. But we gonna see. Supposedly he got something lined up. He got something lined up for Tank. He's been switch hitting the southpaw, hitting the orthodox, whatever. Hopefully, that's an entertaining fight. Whatever though. All right, here we go. Leading you into the next one. Oh shit, so you telling me that while I had the schedule up, you guys could not hear what I was saying? That is crazy. Hold on, let me do something real quick. So maybe, damn. I didn't know that you guys couldn't hear everything that I was saying. I was talking forever there. That just fucked up my stream. I'm going to repeat everything I just said, though. All right, here we go. I just added the mic to it. Here we go. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know. Apologies for the bullshit. We're going to start from the top, goddammit. Fuck. So, Tim Tszyu versus Terrell Gashe. I labeled this fight a B, but because of my personal gripes, I labeled it a C. Can you hear me now? All right, all right. Are we better? Are we better? Let's do it. Okay. So Tim Tszyu versus Terrell Gashe. For me, that's a B-level fight, but I'm going to label it a C-level fight specifically only because Tim Tszyu, I project him, and I think that he's better than people are giving him credit for being. Salute, Poodle. Thank you for letting me know that my audio wasn't working, bro. I thought it was on. This is a new program, a new software I'm using, so sometimes I have little issues, little errors, and thank you for letting me know and stay on top of that. I thought I was talking and on the whole time. I appreciate you, man. Really do. Thank you so much. All right. So, yeah, Tim Tszyu, I think that he should be facing better opposition. He talks a good amount of smoke, and I think we all think that he's better than the opposition that he's been fighting. He's been calling off a top name. So, yeah, Terrell Gashe it's a step up in the right direction, and I think it's a B-level fight. But I'm going to label it a C-level fight because I want to see Tim Tszyu against better opposition. But so, actual ranking is B, but the upset Kenny ranking is C. All right? Here we go. You getting paid that, Poodle? It's only on the left, no right. Wait, so you can only hear me from the left side, no right side? Is that what you're telling me? All right, so here we go. Here we go. Moving on. Erickson Lubin versus Sebastian Fundora. This is definitely an exciting fight. But I'm also going to label it a B. I mean, it is a B-level fight, but I'm also going to label it a C specifically because Sebastian Fundora got beat in his last fight. Damn, this sucks. My audio issues fucking suck. You guys are having issues hearing me. Left, only right. I'm going to have to fix this in my next stream because right now I don't know. I don't know what I could do to alter this situation. All right. All right, let's try. Let's see. No, nothing. Yeah, the issues are fucking annoying, man. I am definitely having trouble All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'll figure out the left and only right ear situation next time. My fault for the issues, but I gotta keep going. Erickson Lubin versus Sebastian Fundora. This is a B-level fight, but I'm gonna label it a C-level fight specifically because Sebastian Fundora lost his last fight. I think he lost his last fight. He fought Sergio Garcia, and I'm telling you, Sergio Garcia put the beats on him, but the judges gifted him a victory. They gifted him a victory, and I wasn't happy about that because Sergio Garcia really, he deserved that win. He deserved that. Sergio Garcia definitely deserved that win. It is what it is. Can you guys hear me? But Erickson Lubin is gonna put the beats on this guy. He's gonna win for sure. It is what it is. Unfortunately, I don't. If I think Erickson Lubin is better than Sergio Garcia, and Sergio Garcia beat the Towering Inferno, then why would I want to see that? But it is what it is. It should still be an exciting fight. Sebastian Fundora is super tall. Yeah, Sebastian Fundora sounds super tall. He is super tall, and Eric Lubinson is much shorter. It should be a great fight nonetheless, but I think Eric Lubinson is definitely going to win that. We got Errol Spence Jr. versus Yordenis Ugas next. Errol Spence Jr. is 100%, I think, going to win this fight, and this is an A-level fight for me. I'm going to label it a B-level fight, though. Kenny's rating is going to be a B-level fight because the fight that we should be getting is Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford. Hopefully we get that next. I don't know. I have a feeling that we're never going to get that fight. But whatever. Hopefully we get it next. I'll keep optimistic and keep my hopes up. So actual rating is an A, but I'm going to label it because it's all titles. But I'm going to label it a B. Yo, what's good? No pal. How we doing? Moving on to the next fight, we have Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. This is hands down an A fight, no issues on my part. A fight, no issues on my part. Yo, what is good? No pal Boxellanos. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. You already know. All right, let's do it. So yeah, Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano, true A-level fight. I expect to see dynamite, fireworks. I expect to see TNT, nukes. I'm hoping and I think that this fight will end in knockout. And I'll give predictions later on. Although I said before, I think I got Jermell Charlo winning this one. But that's an A-level fight, and the Kenny rating is going to be an A-level as well. David Benavidez versus David Lemieux. This is a B-level fight, and I'm going to leave it as a B-level fight. No, this is a B-level fight, and I'll label it a C-level fight. Only because... yeah, I get it. David Lemieux, hard puncher, one of the hardest punchers in boxing history, savage punch artist, whatever. But he's going up to 168. He got destroyed and beat up at 160. You already know. So if he got beat up at 160, he's gonna go to 168 now, where the guys are bigger, have longer arms. It's not like the situation where, you know, the guys are similar in size and slightly bigger. No, the guys are going to be much bigger with much longer reach and much longer legs. So the footwork is going to allow them to get in and out much faster. And I just think it's going to be trouble for David Lemieux. But, you know, there's always that factor which we don't know, which is the KO power. The KO power. He has that knockout power that could end the fight at any point, and David Benavidez gets hit a lot, so we'll see what happens. But I'm the Kenny rating, we're gonna label this a C because, like I said, David Lemieux is going up in weight, so it is what it is. I think that if he lost at 160, he's going up in weight, unless he's gonna feel way more comfortable with the weight and have a lot more stamina. I don't really see this going well. Moving forward, we have Gervonta Davis with Rolly Romero. This is a C-level fight. That's the actual rating, but the Kenny rating on this one, believe it or not, no, it's also gonna be a C-level fight. I'm actually excited to see this fight because Rolly punches hard, and Gervonta has been getting hit a lot, and I just hope Rolly lands something and there's some career changing shit, and then the belts start getting circulated, and Gervonta Davis starts fighting people, and boxing becomes different moving forward. But we don't know. It is what it is. But that's a C-level fight all around. Moving forward, Stephen Fulton Jr. versus Danny Roman. Rolly fights. I'm interested in it. Yeah, I'm interested in it too, bro. I hope Rolly le mete una trompa and puts that man down, you know. But we'll see what happens. It is what it is. Not because I don't like Gervonta Davis or anything like that. Gervonta Davis is a great fighter. I love his style. I just don't love that the fights that should be happening are not happening with him. And if he gets dethroned, maybe he'll start fighting actual people and taking shit more serious. But moving forward, Stephen Fulton Jr. versus Danny Roman. This is a B-level fight. He should have been fighting Akhmadaliev for the unification to become undisputed. But the Kenny rating is a C-level fight. This is a B-level fight that Kenny's going to rate C-level because, like I said, man, it's upsetting that he's not fighting Akhmadaliev for undisputed. Then we have Jermall Charlo versus Massie Suleki. My boy Jesus Madero was asking about this one earlier. This should be a good fight, but I'm gonna label this a B level fight, right? I would have loved to see him or Munguia versus Johnny Beck, and they both ducked Johnny Beck, and then they both ducked each other. I mean, you can't say they ducked each other, right? But that whole situation that happened, that was nonsense. But we'll speak about that in a little bit because I got that coming up over here. I got that coming up. And then last but not least, we have oh yeah, my rating for Jermall Charlo versus Massie at Suleki. The actual rating I would say is a B. My rating I would say is a C because I think he dug Johnny Beck, and yeah, but it's a B level fight. Then we have Mark Maxio versus Rey Vargas. Whatever. This is another B level fight. Mark Maxio won that title off of a hurt man, and I think that there should be a rematch. Haplotype says double ducks do happen. That's yeah. I mean they do, but that's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? Suleki's image is forbidden, says No Pal. Double ducks do happen. I mean, look, I guess they could have ducked each other. You know what I'm saying? They just entertaining the conversations to gain hype off of each other's name. Yeah, the Mark Maxio is a good fight. It's a B level fight. I just think that I would have rather see a rematch instead of moving on to Rey Vargas. But it is what it is. I'm gonna leave it at a B level fight. I'm not gonna lower it because I wanted to see a rematch. I'm gonna leave it at a B level. It deserves that at least. It deserves that at least. And coming back to the screen, here we go. Next topic at hand. I have Munguia versus Charlo and the fight talks collapsing. So, I didn't think it was going to happen when they started speaking about it. I said it, I was having a conversation with Nacho on Twitter where I told him I didn't think it was going to happen. I told him I hoped it happened, but, whatever. And it fell through. Because negotiations about broadcasting rights. And De La Hoya came out with a statement saying, he says that he accepts being a B-side and taking less money. He agrees to a Showtime pay-per-view, but he states that he wants the zone involved. Said that they helped build Jaime Munguia and that it's only right that they partake in the event, that it will bring much larger viewership having the zone and matchroom involved, and that they want him involved. And that's why the fight negotiations fell through, which to me sounds a little stupid and yeah, it doesn't fully make sense or add up to me. Sounds a little stupid because for broadcasting rights? And who was it that declined the broadcasting rights or the issues to broadcast with the zone as well? I don't get it. Who? If it was the fighters, then we could call some type of ducking or something. But if it was not the fighters, then I don't know what we're gonna call this. I don't know what we could call the situation. Is it ducking? Is it somebody scared? Regardless of the matter of fact, I didn't think that either guy was gonna actually fight each other. My reasons for not thinking that this fight was gonna happen is from Munguia's history and track record, Munguia loves cherry picks. And that's me being factual, keeping the fact, no cap, not having no feelings or emotions for any boxer. So, yeah, that's one reason why I didn't think it was gonna happen. And then the second reason I didn't think it was gonna happen was from the complete opposite side. Jermall Charlo, we also know as another cherry picker. Ducks and dodge people. Everybody out here trying to wait for Canelo. He's one of them trying to wait for Canelo. So, look, I didn't think this fight was gonna happen. No Pal says 2-day negotiations seem strange. Already had a lineup fight. Yeah, it did seem strange because, yo, how he came out on the Showtime schedule immediately, like 2 days later, on the Suleki joint. Yo, what's good, rolling with the punches? How we doing? And I do want to apologize to everybody for the audio issues I was having, but we back, we in full effect. Let's make this happen. Let's keep going. But those are my reasons why I didn't think that this fight was going to happen. Maybe it happens in the future. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But guys need to start fighting each other, like Canelo said. If this fight would have taken place, it would have been a great fight. It would have been like a prove yourself fight for both guys. Because whoever wins this fight, you know what I'm saying, their career goes to the next level. And whoever didn't win this fight, their career pretty much goes to the drawing board. Goes back to the cherry picking. To the cherry picking days. You know, the cherry pickers. All right. So yeah, unfortunately that Munguia Vs Charlo shit ain't happening due to broadcasting rights. And them not wanting the zone involved. I'm assuming this happened from the PBC side that they declined. And my next topic of conversation for today is, how do boxing upsets occur? You know, some people feel that there's like a clear, concise answer to this. How do boxing upsets occur? Oh, well, somebody thinks that one fighter's gonna lose. Or one fighter's going to win, and then the fighter that I think is going to lose comes back and wins the fight in astonishing fashion or whatever the case may be. But look, there's multiple ways that upsets are created. Fanboys create upsets. Emotional fans create upsets. Crazy fanatics create upsets as well. One reason where upsets happen and are created, real quick though, just to get back, No Paul says, neither dude has ever fought outside their network yet. So speaking about Munguia and Charlo, yeah, so this is why the broadcasting right thing became an issue as well. But back to the upsets. The first reason why we have a lot of upsets occur in boxing is people writing fighters off because they don't know him, because the fighter is unknown. So look, we don't get to watch every single fight that happens around the world. We don't. We don't have rights to view them. And not all of them get put up on YouTube. So we don't get to see everything. There's some fighters that are unknown, or rather unknown. Like, look, Ryan Garcia's fighting Tego. Who knows who the hell Tego is? I had to go research Tego and get some deeper information about Tego and start researching his boxing style. Because, look, there's going to be a time where I'm going to have to give my analysis. So I got to have my stuff ready. But just like that, like, who the hell knows Tego? People immediately write off Tego and it's like, oh, Ryan Garcia's going to win because they don't know Tego. That's the first way in which upsets happen. People just, oh, I don't know this guy. Yep, this guy's going to win. And if this guy doesn't win, oh, then that's an upset. That's way number one. Way number one. Second way in which upsets are created in boxing. When we as fans overlook a fighter. So, for example, Nopal says, look back at Andy Ruiz when he slept AJ. AJ took a risky fight. Yeah, man, exactly. It's like, just like that. People had written Andy Ruiz off, and then people like, oh, who is this guy? He's fat. Oh, look at AJ, muscular. Oh, we don't know this guy. We don't know Andy Ruiz. Write him off. But you know what? That leads me into the perfect segment for my second reason, which is people writing a fighter off, not because they don't know him, because of the way he looks, because of resumes, just overlooking him for different reasons, which is Andy Ruiz and AJ specifically. People were about Andy Ruiz. Oh, he's fat. Oh, he's short. Oh, he got short reach. AJ's muscular. He's tall. He's long. He's powerful. There's no way. There's no way that the short fat guy beats the tall muscular guy. And bam, short fat guy knocks out tall muscular guy. It happens. It happens. We write people off, and that's how upsets happen. Boxers don't write themselves off. They ended a fight. They ready to go. Sometimes people don't give the opponents adequate credit. Bivol is a dangerous risk in my opinion. That's another one right there. But we'll get into that one in a little bit too, because that's probably my next point. Let's see. As boxers, as boxing content creators, as analysts, we are quick to analyze and write people off, which makes other people believe, and we help with the whole upset creation. We start feeding thoughts to people, giving, oh, this person's gonna win, oh, this person's gonna win, oh, this person's gonna win. And then when that person doesn't win, whoever watches those YouTube channels and believes everything that they're saying, the people don't always say facts. Well, you know, like when I give predictions, I tell you this is my prediction, this is my opinion, this is not a fact. When something is a fact, I'm reading and giving you facts off of documents that are posted by fighters, ESPN, and these factual sources. But Nopal says Ugas also has a great chance to upset Spence. Fans aren't giving him a shot. That's another upset candidate. And you know what? With my opinion, I was saying, I add on to the Spence train. I think Spence is gonna win, and I could have convinced some people that Spence is gonna win, and therefore those people that I potentially convinced, if Spence doesn't win, that's gonna be kind of an upset to them. Same thing, and this is with the bigger YouTubers. You know, some YouTubers have big followings of crazed followers and subscribers. So it is what it is. Some people believe, like for example, Boxing Eagle. He has a lot of subscribers that believe everything he's saying word for word. So YouTube and content creators add to the whole upset theory and upset factor. And second reason for upsets, or the last reason for upsets, is when we don't think a person's skill is enough to beat another boxer's skill, and the opposite person ends up winning. Usually something dramatic happens in this case. Recent upsets that we have had that prove this is like Hector Garcia versus Chris Colbert. Everybody was like, yo, Chris Colbert, his skill's prime. We don't know Hector Garcia. We never seen his skill. And when we have seen his skill, it's, he looks very regular. Hasn't really looked amazing. We know he has power, but he took the fight on 3 weeks. He's here to lose. Bam, upset. Hector Garcia put the beats on Colbert. Puma Martinez put the beats on, I forgot his name, Ancajas. He put the beats on Ancajas. He came in there with the fire. Everybody thought Ancajas was going to win, including myself. That's an upset right there. That creates the upset. We have some other ones that could have been that could have been upsets, like when Tank Davis fought Isaac Cruz. Technically that was an upset because it's questionable. Isaac Cruz could have won that fight. Another fight that could have been an upset, Catterall Taylor, if it would have been called the proper way. If that one would have been called the proper way, that one would have been judged an upset. It is what it is. Steve Rose versus Berlanga, keep your eye on that. I think that's going to be a great fight, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. All right, my guy, we definitely going to get into that in a little bit. So, yeah, man. And then we have a few future fights which could be upsets. See, on my list, I had Ortiz versus McKinson, but I created this before the fight got canceled yesterday, so it is what it is. And then I have Garcia to go. That's could be upset because I'm pretty sure we all have Ryan Garcia winning this fight and not to go. So that's a could be upset right there for sure. And then the last could be upset is Spence Ugas. Oh, and Canelo Bivol. These could all be upsets because we all believe that the fighter we think is going to win is 100% going to win. Most people think Canelo's going to beat Bivol. Most people think that Ryan's going to beat Tego and so on and so forth. So, we add to the whole upset factor, and it is what it is. Upsets happen, but we create upsets. Upsets are created by the fans. Think about it. You're upset that the guy you thought was going to win didn't win. That's an upset. It is what it is. All right. All right. Enough about the upset talk. We have had a lot of upsets lately. A lot. All righty then. So, your boy, your favorite person. So news has came in that Kambosos is supposedly holding out to wait for Lomachenko, and this news came in from the public's favorite source. The public's favorite source, you know, the guy you all love, Mike Coppinger, aka Cap, Mike Cap Coppinger. He says, and this is from his article, as he says, as Vasiliy Lomachenko works to help, this is, and I quote, as Vasiliy Lomachenko works to help defend Ukraine from Russia's ongoing invasion, efforts are being made by his team to allow him to leave his native country to train for a proposed fight against undisputed lightweight champion George Kambosos. So, and George Kambosos, ESPN says George Kambosos is supposedly trying to wait for Loma before signing any Devin Haney deal, moving forward with anything that has to do with Devin Haney, that he's trying to wait for Lomachenko. In my opinion, Berlanga will beat Rose, no upset there. We'll talk about that one a little bit. I don't think there's going to be an upset in that one, though. Kambosos is getting on my nerves. Not mine. Disappointed that Vergil fell out of his fights this weekend, says Ignacio Ortiz. Look, I'm upset about him falling out the fights this weekend. Kambosos is not getting on my nerves. Listen, you respect the emperor, all right? Because he's training in the darkness. But, nah, on some serious shit. Kambosos, I don't know why he's trying to get the Lomachenko fight. If for me, that's the biggest threat against him. I think that he needs to take it easy. And Lomachenko doesn't have anything to offer him besides, actually, he does. He has all the credibility to offer him. If Kambosos was to beat Lomachenko, nobody could talk shit. He has all the credibility in the world, you know? But I think he should be going for undisputed, and he should work on taking Devin Haney's belts and try to become undisputed, or you know, Devin Haney come undisputed. But that fight is the one that I think needs to happen. And he needs to stop waiting on Lomachenko, because that's the biggest risk. Why are you waiting on the biggest risk that is only providing you with bragging rights? You like become undisputed and then go get those bragging rights. Unless he thinks Devin Haney's too much of a threat, which I don't think he thinks, you know. But yeah, they need to go fight in Australia, and then they make that happen. They need to make that happen. Stop playing. And I don't know how Loma is going to do this whole trying to get out of war. I don't know if I believe that either, that Loma is trying to see if he could get out the country so that he could start training for boxing. But I do hope that this whole war thing is over. It's gone on already too long. It's like, come on, please stop it. Nah, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So, Kambosos waiting for Loma. Loma trying to get out of Ukraine so he could come train and make that fight happen. That fight should not happen. Kambosos should be looking for Devin Haney to fight in Australia. And moving on to the next, on to the next one. Actually, before I move on, Puro Sur Central Boxeo says, I doubt he's gonna wait forever. Maybe there's something to the reports. Loma trying to get permission to get fights. Yeah, I mean, if the fight is supposed to happen in May or something like that, then, or June now, then you know how long is the guy gonna wait? I hope it's only another couple of weeks, maybe to like at most to the start of April, and then sign something to give us the next fight, the next event, cause yeah, it's just it's taking too long in my opinion. It's definitely taking way too long. All right, yo, look, we gave you the facts about Mike Coppinger speaking on Lomachenko. We gave you the facts about Kambosos and the Devin Haney fight and the whole debacle. We gave you the facts on Vergil Ortiz and the sad disease that I hope he recovers from quickly. And now we're about to close out the show with the tail of the tape for the ESPN fight cards this weekend. 1 second as I add my audio to this So we do not have the same issues that we were having before. Here we go. All right, just real quick. Just want to share this with y'all real quick. Here we go. These are the fights happening in the U.S. this weekend. There are much more fights taking place, but they're not all in the U.S. And we most likely won't be able to see these fights unless we do an illegal stream. Or unless we have a VPN and we could stream the local channels. That is where we're at. We have Edgar Berlanga versus Steve Rose. I'm definitely watching that. I'm watching this whole card. I want to watch all these young bucks. Xander Zayas, John El Terrible Bauza, Jahai Tucker. Yeah, I want to see all these young guns. So, I'm definitely going to be watching this. Kelvin Davis. I thought that was Keyshawn Davis. Whatever. I'm definitely going to be watching this. And now it's Michael McKinson versus TBA. I hope they move Blaire Cobbs up into that slot, like I said early in the show, and find someone else for Alex Rocha to fight. Then on that undercard, we have a few other fights. Ramla Ali versus Shelby Barnett. John Ramirez versus Roberto Pucheta. Miguel Gaona versus Gilberto Aguilar. But here, let's take you in to the tale of the tapes. Here we go. First off, we got Steve Rose versus Edgar Berlanga. I think this is, for me, for U.S. fights that we are able to see, this is going to be the most exciting event of the weekend. Last time we saw Edgar Berlanga, he fought Coceras or Coceras. I don't remember how you say it. So, and he got knocked down. He didn't look too great. He didn't look too amazing. He took a lot of beats. He got tested for the first time in his career. This leaves the door open for, more tests, which is why they went to Steve Rose. They didn't go up. They went lateral. Steve Rose, a guy who gave Triple G some problems, jabbed his head off until he got knocked out. And, look, this is going to be a good fight. This is going to be like one of those showcase fights where Berlanga, I think, is going to try to knock out Steve Rose in a better fashion and earlier than Triple G did. When Triple G knocked out Steve Rose, if I remember correctly, it was a TKO stoppage that probably was an early stoppage. It was just a little too early. Against Edgar Berlanga, I don't see them doing an early stoppage. And Berlanga has a chance to stop him in an incredible fashion. So let's see what happens there. Steve Rose is definitely going to come with the jab. Steve Rose is not no slouch. And I think this is definitely a step up fight for Edgar Berlanga. And we should all be excited to see this. If we like what Edgar Berlanga brings to the table and we think that he's going to have a great future, that is. All right. Keeping it going. Nando Llamas says, yo, salute, Kenny. What's good, Nando? Have you made a Cobbs Rocha prediction, bro? Nah, I haven't made a prediction on that one. I'm hoping that Cobbs gets upgraded to the McKinson fight. Nah, I'm not gonna be going to MSG this weekend to catch that fight. Life is too busy right now. I'm trying to upgrade my own life, including these shows and things that I be doing. I can't be going. I want to, I really do, but nah. They already replaced Vergil. Who they replaced them with? Let me know, cause I don't know. Salgado is a tomato can. McKinson should win. JC Salgado. I don't know who that is. I'd have to do my research. But here we go. Steve Rose and Edgar Berlanga, tale of the tape. We have we have Steve Rose with 21 wins, Edgar Berlanga with 18 wins. 1 loss for Steve Rose, 0 losses for Edgar Berlanga. 12 KOs, Steve Rose, 16 KOs, Berlanga. Steve Rose is not really the power guy, the KO guy. Berlanga has been built to seem and look like that guy, but we don't know that because he's fought weaker opposition. And when he did fight Coceras, he didn't knock him out, and in his previous fight before Coceras, he didn't knock him out either. It went the full amount of rounds. So we'll see. We're figuring out. We're learning about Berlanga, what it is that the man has. But he has been drawn out to be as a guy that has a lot of power. Then they both have 0 draws. Draws aren't too much of a common thing in boxing, although they have been happening much more recently in later years. 22 bouts for Steve Rose with more experience. 18 bouts for Edgar Berlanga. A 89% KO ratio for Berlanga. 55 for Steve Rose. You know, not as much power. You know, doesn't seem like the power guy. His knockouts were probably against lesser opposition. The height on him is 5'9". Steve Rose's height is 5'9", and Edgar Berlanga is 6'1". Oh, Edgar Berlanga is pretty tall. I didn't know he was 6'1". That should make a nice little difference, and has an inch reach advantage. 73-inch reach for Berlanga, 72-inch reach for Steve Rose. That should present hope. If Berlanga's been working on that jab and getting on the inside, that should make an advantage for Berlanga with the jab, because look, Steve Rose has a great jab that for a person who's coming up and learning as they go, like Berlanga, could present an issue. So they both fight orthodox, and there's a huge difference in age. Steve Rose is a much older man than Berlanga. Steve Rose is 37? That's crazy. Yeah, Steve Rose is an older man, but he still has skill and should still present a challenge to Berlanga, a much-needed challenge. I got Edgar Berlanga winning this one. I don't know by knockout, because look, those last couple fights that we have seen, with Berlanga, he didn't really show us the animal that he had shown us in previous fights. So, you know, that's where we are. That's where we are. Now, let me switch up to your guy, Blaire the Flair Cobbs, a.k.a. Ric Flair. Here we go. Berlanga washes that dude. Yeah, I think Berlanga washes that dude too. I think Berlanga puts it on him. So, here we go. Blaire the Flair Cobbs versus Alex Rocha. Alex Rocha. Yo, I think this is going to be a good fight, believe it or not. I actually don't know who I got winning. But, yo, both of these guys come with fire. Both of these guys want to fight. Let's see. And by the way, in that video that I saw today of Blaire Cobbs asking to be upgraded for the Alex Rocha fight, for the McKinson fight, Alex Rocha was like, nah, bro, your beef is with me. Don't be running. Don't be thinking you're gonna run over and go fight McKinson. You fighting me. So, all right, let's go ahead with this tail of the tape, baby. Rolling with the punches said, oh shit, 84, baby. Oh, Steve's gonna win. Nah, man. I'm sorry to say. Steve is an old man. I don't think that's gonna work in his advantage. 84, it's crazy. All right, so here we go. Alex Rocha, excuse me. Alex Rocha versus Blaire Cobbs. Let me drink some water. Alex Rocha versus Blaire Cobbs. Here we go. 18 wins for Alex Rocha, 15 wins for Blaire Cobbs. 1 loss for Alex Rocha, 0 losses for Blaire Cobbs. 12 KOs for Alex Rocha, 10 KOs for Blaire Cobbs. Damn, yo, Blaire Cobbs is, yeah, it makes sense why Errol Spence was taking shots at him with the 33-year-old prospect comments. That was comedy. That shit had me dying. So, all right, moving forward, we have 0 draws for Alex Rocha, 1 draw for Blaire Cobbs. I don't really like draws. I don't like it. Whatever. Moving forward, 19 bouts Alex Rocha, 16 bouts for Blaire Cobbs. The more experienced Alex Rocha, who also has power and seems to have the same exact KO ratio as Blaire Cobbs at 63%. They both share at 63%. I don't see that too often where guys fighting have the same exact KO ratio. Budo Sur Central says, bro, I was giving Cobbs a chance, but how does he only have 15 fights in 10-year career? Yeah, look, I'm still giving Blaire Cobbs a chance. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, that 15 fights, that's pretty crazy. The guy be taking his sweet time. I don't know. He be thinking he a superstar. He be acting like a wrestler. I told you, he be out here on his Ric Flair shit. Woo! you know? So, yeah, the guy's funny. But here we go. Height. He has a height of 5'10", 5'10". Both of these guys are 5'10". Another thing they matching. These guys are matched up pretty well. But I'm upset. I'm upset at this one. I see why Rolling with the Punch was saying. He's an 84, baby. That's why he's like Steve Rose is winning. And he has Roll in his name, Roland. Steve Rose, Roland. Like, you see what we got there? Yeah, here we go. But with this next stat reach, I was very upset. I hate this. I don't understand how this is possible that Blaire Cobbs' reach is not available on the internet. I Googled it, I Wikipedia'd it, I looked everywhere, and I could not find Blaire Cobbs' reach. But we do have Alex Rocha's reach at 70. See, for me, not having the reach throws it off a little bit for me, because not having the reach doesn't allow me to think about whose jab could potentially land first due to distance, you know? Because they both have the same height, which means they should have similar leg length, and their footwork should allow them to get in and out of in the range of danger fast or at the same speed type situation. So, Ignacio says Cobb's backstory is a trip that dude ended up learning how to box in Mexico. I mean, I don't know, but I have seen him box quite a few times. I've seen quite a few tapes on Blaire Cobbs. I had to see him because he was talking so much shit that I was like, yo, this guy has to be great. The shit that he talks, this guy has to be great. And he actually does have skill. I don't know if he's as great as the shit that he talks, but he does have some skill. And Alex Rocha is orthodox, and Blaire Cobbs is southpaw. That should present an issue for Alex Rocha, because let's face it, there aren't that many southpaws in boxing, and orthodox fighters are used to facing orthodox fighters, and southpaw fighters are used to facing orthodox fighters. Everybody fights orthodox fighters and barely fights southpaw fighters. So that should present an advantage for Blaire Cobbs. Will he be able to take advantage of that advantage? We don't know. We have to wait and see till Saturday. And in age, we also have a drastic difference, almost a 10-year difference. Blaire Cobbs is approximately 31. Yeah, and Alex Rocha is the younger man who should also have good energy, but Blaire Cobbs seems to be in amazing shape. The thing that I think throws off fighters as they get older is that their bodies start getting older. You know, dudes start putting in weight and enjoying life a little more and drinking a little more alcohol and enjoying cigars here and there and living the good life once they get a little money, and they start falling off. Although Blaire Cobbs seems like he has money, it doesn't seem like he'd be indulging in too much crazy shit, because the guy seems super fit, doesn't really seem fat. Every time that I've seen him fighting, training, boxing, whatever, he always seems super fit. I've never seen him come with like a chubby face. Like I've seen a couple fighters, you know, a couple of months after a big fight and such. So it seems like the guy's legit. Oh, good shit, my guy. I see you. Puro Sur Central says he's going to be at the fight. Good-ish, bro. Nice. Enjoy that. Probably some well-deserved beverages. You know what I'm saying? Some well-deserved boxing matches and entertainment. Definitely. Yo, but I don't know who I got winning that fight. Alex Rocha, the more experienced guy, has the experience advantage. Blaire Cobbs has the southpaw orthodox advantage. We don't know Blaire Cobbs' reach because I couldn't find it on the internet, unfortunately. But we do have the reach. No, pardon about that. Apologize. We do have the reach, though, for Alex Rocha, which is 70 inches. I can't call it. I think this is going to be a great fight. I'm going to have to go watch a little bit of tape after this video. And hopefully come back and do another stream to make my prediction for this Alex Rocha versus Blaire Cobbs fight. My prediction for the Steve Rose versus Berlanga is Steve Rose. Probably by... I'm going to say probably by knockout in the later rounds. Yeah. Not early on, though. It's probably going to be by knockout in the later rounds. It's going to take him some time to figure out that jab. But the Alex Rocha and Blaire Cobbs, I don't have a prediction for that right at this moment. Rolling with the punches says, Errol Spence be looking chubby as fuck in the face after fight. Yeah, man. Yeah. And you know who else? I saw Bam recently at a fight event on TV, and his face was looking fat as shit too. These fighters be putting on the weight. It happens. Errol Spence is definitely guilty of that one. Holy ish, that is a trip. Yeah, it's a trip. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, Ignacio was saying Blaire's story that supposedly he learned how to box in Mexico. I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, the guy, regardless of his stupid his stupid wrestler personality, regardless of that, the guy does have skills in boxing, and gotta give him props for the skill he does. He needs to stop talking shit though and get in the ring and prove it, and not having such long layoffs and get that record going. Budo Swiss says, thanks, Kenny. Disappointed in the main event collapsed, but gotta keep it pushing. Yeah, man, look. I haven't seen who they replaced him with. You guys said the name earlier, but I don't know the guy. I got to go do some research. Look, I don't know everybody in boxing. I don't act like I know everybody in boxing. When I don't know somebody, I don't talk on my ass. I'd rather go do some research and come back to you with some facts, analyze their style, go do some history research instead of just talking on my ass, you know? So, yeah, man. I hope you enjoy those fights over there. I'm definitely going to enjoy the fights this week. And there's a lot of other fights happening, like I said, but they're overseas. And unless we have a VPN and we can switch our locations to overseas, or unless we're going to be illegal streaming, we most likely won't be able to watch these fights. So I'm not going to go into them and speak about them. Plus, we've already been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes, and I got to be heading out and getting out of here, man. You already know. So, look, if you're here, hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Show me love and support. Show love and support to Maestro A. That's my guy. That's my brother. Show love and support to D-Style, El Capitan. You know, Joe Habib at Ringside Reporter. And later today, we got Women Crushing It Wednesdays on In the Ring with Christine's channel. I do have some music coming out too. It's coming out soon. Look out for that. Thank you all for supporting me. Yeah, man. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you hopefully this weekend if I could get the stream set up a little better and may do something with Maestro. I always say this, but I never get to do it. But I'm really, really going to give some effort this weekend. And thank you all for tuning in, man. Y'all have a great night. See y'all later.